Let's go.
It's your back, it dey keep passing. It dey bring out the best thing. I dey feel your recipe. Make you give me that recipe. Fine, fine. Yeah, you fine. You so divine. I dey feel you die.
What's up, people? Welcome to another episode of Awesome Entertainment. Okay, I'm Joel Awesome. Today, this is the ultimate Stranger Things preview. We gotta get ready for this. This is one of my favorite shows. Still in my top 5, I'm pretty sure. Still in my top 5. So, this season's highly anticipated. Last season was fantastic. I found this long-ass, big-ass article. So, it's gonna tell us Stranger Things Season 5 trailer, time jump, episodes, runtimes, and everything you need to know. So, the trailers, I don't know if the trailer's in there, so it's gonna tell you when the trailer's gonna come out. But this was something they dropped. When did this article come out? The 30th of October. So this came out yesterday? Yeah, I don't know about all that. Either way, it's from Teen Vogue, written by Sarah and Caitlin McNabb. Okay, so anyway. Warning, spoilers for Stranger Things 4 Volume 2 ahead. Okay, so if you didn't watch Stranger Things, it's going to spoil this shit for you. But I'm assuming you did, so we jumping into it. It says, it's official. Season 5 of Stranger Things will be its last, and we finally have a trailer for it, or actually a teaser trailer. Now, I did a video for the teaser trailer, but we're going to watch the real trailer just dropped today, Season 5. In February 2022, the Duffer Brothers announced the news that Season 5 would be Stranger Things' swan song in an open letter shared with fans alongside official poster for Season 4. 7 years ago, we planned out the complete story arc for Stranger Things, the duo wrote in their letter. At the time, we predicted the story would last 4 or 5 seasons. It proved too large to tell in 4, but as you'll see soon for yourselves, we are now hurtling toward our final season. Season 4 will be the penultimate season. They got this little thing. Everything's upside down. The words, the Stranger Things, the logo. That's kind of cool. Because you know they're going to the upside down. With 9 scripts, over 800 pages. Damn. Almost 2 years of filming, thousands of visual effects shots, and a runtime nearly twice the length of any previous season. Season 4 was the most challenging season yet, but also the most rewarding one. The Duffer Brothers shared, calling the 4th season the beginning of the end. The duo also shared the decision to split the seasons into 2 parts was due to its unprecedented length and to get it to fans as soon as possible. Look, man, I got a theory. Okay, this is the season finale, but this is Netflix's best show. Like, it's their most popular shit. I don't think they're just gonna let it go. There's going to be a spinoff. They're going to spin off. So I don't know if this article says it, but I know this for a fact. They're gonna release the last episode on December 31st, New Year's Eve, so everybody can watch it in theaters. Part of me wants to go watch it in theaters because I just like going to the movie theaters and watching shit. But I'm like, I don't trust y'all. I don't think it's just gonna be this is gonna be Stranger Things. We're gonna walk away like even Breaking Bad didn't end. They did Better Call Saul. They did a movie after that. I think they're gonna spin off this shit. But that's just me. I mean, it's too much money. Greed is it's too much money. The Duffer Brothers have served as the series creators and showrunners since Stranger Things premiered in Netflix in 2016. Now, with a 2-volume season 4 in the rear view, there's only 1 chapter left to focus on for our favorite group of Hawkins kids. The Duffer, they're not kids no more. They're young adults. They are young adults. They are not kids. They were kids in the first show. They are driving and drinking and doing all, not at the same time, hopefully. The Duffer Brothers also revealed that though Stranger Things may be coming to an end, the universe will not. I told you. They're gonna spin off. There are still many more exciting stories to tell within the Stranger Things, new mysteries new adventures, new unexpected heroes. See, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, they're going to set up a spinoff and you will go to that finale in theaters and be like, oh, we're going to watch the end. And they're like, keep it going. Check out this new show, Stranger Kids. You know what I mean? You're like, come on, man. They're going to keep it going, bro. With the promise of so much and so little left on the horizon, we've gathered everything we need to know about Stranger Things Season 5, including trailer, release dates, plot details, cast info, and more. Below, check out everything you need to know about Stranger Things 5 and click on the topic. Yeah. We don't care, okay? So we're not going to watch the trailer. I'm not watching the teaser trailer, but I'm going to push on to the real trailer. Let's check it out. You gotta watch this with the lights off, too much glare on the screen. There's no time. There's no place.
We're really starting to lose it. Being stuck in here, no end in sight. Maybe tonight is our break.
It's not your break.
We end this once and for all, together.
Mike sucks, huh? Mike has always sucked. Okay, 11 can fly now. About time.
This isn't like one of your campaigns. You don't get to write the ending. Not this time.
He's planning to end our world. And he's not gonna stop.
Even in the powered up to the Avengers. This is an Avengers level threat.
Hurry.
Look at that. Is that Daredevil? Okay. You know, I love me a superhero pose. You know, I like how 11 and Hopper got the gun. I love me a little superhero pose in there. What the hell is it? Oh, that's a Demogorgon?
We stay true to ourselves. Stay true to our friends. No matter the cost.
Damn. At least it's intense, God damn. That's nasty. Really nasty.
One last
Don't do it, Will.
time.
Why Will ain't got that thing on him, man? Will done been through too much shit not to have that thing on. At least have a cross. You know what I'm saying? I'll be getting into religion. I'll be getting into, all kinds of things. Yo, look. It looks dope. Let me scroll up through here real quick. Turn this volume on. Look, man, that dude Will, after all the shit you've been through, you don't keep a gun on you? You know what I mean? You gonna let Vecna grab you up? I would been had a bomb on me, at least a grenade. Throw a little toss towards them. This is my thing. They still riding bikes. That's cool. They in high school. That's fine. But my thing is, like, the cool thing about the first season, and even the rest of the seasons, the kids are playing a game. You know what I mean? The kids are acting like it's Dungeons and Dragons while real life shit is happening, and it just happens to work out and go along with the game. They so damn old at this point in time, he can't still be playing Dungeons and Dragons. Homegirl done got her eyeball snapped back into the back of her head. I'm talking about Max. You know what I'm saying? The cheerleader got what they did to the cheerleader in season 4 where they broke her up her bones and put her on the ceiling. Like, bruh, y'all, I know y'all can't be still playing Dungeons and Dragons right now. You know what I mean? I know Will ain't running around without no gun, without no thing. Okay, 11 can pick shit up. She can finally pick herself up. I hope this is the beginning of the season because she should have been flying. But she got superpowers. Remember that little, she had like a stepsister that was Indian that had superpowers. And a horrible, horrible episode, like the worst episode of the whole thing, but it was like completely pointless. Either way, they're going to bring in more superpowered people. I mean, Vecna was a superpowered person. So they're going to bring in, look at this dude, Will, man. Look at this dude. How you still looking like that? After all the shit you went through, I'll be mad. I keep that thing on me at this point in time. I wouldn't be hanging out with none of these people neither. Because anytime I hang out with her or him, I end up in the upside down. And it's coming through. Oof. Nancy's an A+ character. I love Nancy. I like Joyce. I like Hopper. You know what I'm saying? Those are some of the best characters. 11, obviously. But, you know, Steve Harrington. Sorry. Steve Harrington is my number one, my favorite. There you go. There go that man. Been babysitting. Where are your parents at? He been babysitting these kids for about 3 seasons. Look. I love me a little superhero pose, man. Hold on. Look at that. That look cool, man. That's what I'm talking about. You got to do more of that. Marvel used to be on top of that type of shit. Walking Dead does that stuff. You need a little aura farming. That's what they call it. That's what the kids call aura farming. You need that. You need that. I don't think anybody's going to die. If anybody dies in this, I think it's going to be 11. I think they're going to, like, she'll sacrifice herself to save her friends and everybody else. But the writers and stuff, they already said this isn't Westeros. Everybody's waiting for a main character to die. I'm telling you, the main people ain't going to die. They're not. It's going to be a side character like they did Eddie Munson. You know what I mean? Yeah, the trailer looks fantastic. Dustin was a great character in season 1. At season 2, I didn't give a fuck about him. Season 3 is a little bit better. Season 4 is a little bit better. But man, they kind of butchered his character a little bit in the second season. It looks dope. Let me get back to this article. Go ahead, take this. It says 11 is in training mode. Millie Bobby Brown told him of her character. She's in a warrior state, which is the first time you see 11 like that at the beginning of a season. As for her mindset, all she is thinking about is protecting her friends. Her friends are her chosen family, so she will do whatever it takes to protect them, and we're going to see that. What I just say? She gonna die. You finna die. I think what's unique about this season is that it starts a little bit in chaos because of our heroes ultimately lost at the end of season 4. Ross Duffer added, we usually set up their normal life and how they're going about school and then introduce the supernatural element. But in this case, the season is sprinting from the start. I mean, there's no reason to wait. We know what's happening. Previously, Netflix released the first teaser trailer for Stranger Things 5 on July 16, 2025. The trailer, which you can watch below, opens with a fan favorite, Steve Harrington, the favorite. He's the best character on the thing. Either Steve or Hopper or Joyce. But I think it's Steve. Who is parked inside his car, now fully equipped with a satellite antenna outside of WSQK radio as he cranks up some decibels. The next scene cuts to all our favorites counting down and preparing for war. Yep. We also see Dustin visiting Eddie's grave, Lucas holding Max's hand while she lies in the hospital bed, as well as Mike and 11 bonding. After all we've been through, this thing, it ties us together forever, Jonathan tells Nancy. We then get to see lots of blood, crying, explosions, as well as Vecna's return. Yeah, it looked lit. But I don't want y'all to give me all the action in the trailer and then have the show just dragging ass. You know what I mean? That's the one thing I'm worried about, especially going to the movie theater. If I'm gonna go to the movie theater to see the finale, don't do me like Endgame. Endgame had me sitting there waiting forever. And yeah, the fight at the end was cool, but I was like, bro, y'all done made me wait so long for something good to happen that the fire was a little bit down. So don't make me wait too long, especially at the end. If it looks like there's not a lot of action in the finale, I'm not going. Right? I want to go to see theaters to see something with lots of great graphics, giants like Godzilla and King Kong, stuff like that, things blowing up. If it's just a slow drama, I'm going to stay at the crib. But I've seen a lot of Demogorgons. And if we can they bring that big flesh monster back from season 3, that might be worth seeing in theaters. We'll find out. The official synopsis for the season has shared by Netflix is as follows. The fall of 1987, Hawkins is scarred by the opening of the rifts, and our heroes are united by a single goal: to find and kill Vecna. But he has vanished, his whereabouts and plans unknown, complicating their mission. The government has placed the town under military quarantine and intensified its hunt for 11, forcing her back into hiding. As the anniversary of Will's disappearance approaches, so does heavy, familiar dread. The final battle is looming, and with it, a darkness more powerful and more deadly than anything they faced before. To end this nightmare, they'll need everyone, the full party, standing together one last time. We're going to have the Avengers need to unite for the Stranger Things people to get this done. Look, man, I wouldn't be friends with Will. I didn't say this. I said this plenty of time. Boy, you got the devil in you. I ain't messing with you. Every time you around, some bad shit happen. You know what I mean? Will, how come you ain't gone to church? You ain't gone to church. All these things didn't happen to you. You done went to a whole nother dimension full of aliens and goblins and ghouls, and then you still ain't gone to church? It's hell crazy. Let's see. Let's cut through some of this. When Finn, Caleb, and Noah, as well as Millie Bobby Brown and Gatton virtually took to the live stage to take a trip down memory lane and share their confirmed date. It's so hard to believe our Stranger Things journey started 10 years ago. It's not. If you've been here, you'd be like, dog, it takes y'all forever to put a season. It's not hard to believe. The trio shared archival footage of them, and from season 1, Buckle Up Gang were headed to the Upside Down for one last time. Pre-strikes, the Duffer Brothers had assured fans that there would be a much shorter wait than the 3-year gap between 3 years between season 3 and 4. That's crazy. The gap should be quite a bit shorter this time due to the fact that we already have initial outline and we can't imagine there will be another 6-month forced hiatus. You never know. I can't believe there was it 3 years in between those seasons? But maybe that's why season 4 was good, because I like season 2 and 3. Some people did not like those. A lot of people did not like those, but you could tell they took their time. The only issue with season 4 is that Hopper and Joyce spent too much time in Russia, okay? The best thing about them was being the adults and their dynamics with the kids. And having them in Russia the whole time was kind of lame. They had Will, Jonathan, I think 11 in California. Yeah, just bring 11 back. Leave those 2 back there. We don't like them. So leave them in Cali. They actually had that a little bit right, but we didn't care about those parts. Let's see. All right, first pick we got the little girl. She had a smart ass mouth, but she was funny. I liked this character. She was a great addition, especially since the kids was getting older. It was cool to have a young kid come up. The problem was that now she old as hell. I think she graduated college or high school or some shit like she old as fuck now. Okay, we got this picture. We got Mike. All right, Mike and what's his name? I can't remember homie name. Damn, I ain't watched the show forever. What's this dude's name? I know his real name is Caleb. That's unfortunately. I keep calling him Caleb. Either way, the black kid, the Mike and the black kid running through, cool. They on their bikes. Honestly, the black kid's cool. We don't really care about Mike. This is what everybody looking at. So they must have killed some shit. They must have killed a Demogorgon or something. I remember what's his face was popping through the ceiling, Vecna. So that might be some shit that they doing right here. We got a little Harper action. Go bring him back though. Let him kick some ass. Let him kick some ass because he was the one kicking ass. You can't see that. But we got 11 concentrating, focusing as always. Joyce, GOAT character. See? Now, she always has this look on her face. This lady is the most stressed out individual I have ever seen on a television show, which rightfully so. Rightfully so. But her stress, it resonates with me. Even though I don't stress a lot, it resonates with me. I'm like, damn, that lady, she got to do everything around here. All right, got the homies, got the band back together, making a terrible plan that's going to get Will fucked up, as always. Okay, we got, look at that. And then Will looking up like, oh, why I listen to these motherfuckers? They done set me up again. The Maya, what's her name? Maya Hawke, wasn't Ethan Hawke's daughter. She did all right in the mall thing. She, they used her well. Now, this is what I don't want to see. Jonathan and Nancy. Jonathan was trash, man. I hated his character. Will got because of you. You was supposed to be taking care of your brother. I ain't fucking with Jonathan. She better not get back with him, knowing Steve Harrington is the G. I don't know who the fuck that is. So we moving on. Don't know who the fuck this lady is, but she got that thing on. We got the homies. Let's see, we got some new kids. Look like they got some new kids up in there running with Mike. Bad dude to run with. You should have went with Dustin. You should have went with Steve. Lucas, that was the black kid's name. I was like, what the hell? I can't remember this nigga name. Name was Lucas. Run with Lucas. Lucas is a smart motherfucker. He detected all the bullshit before. This is what I like though. This is a great pose right here. This is superhero shit. Do this shit more often. This is called aura farming right here. This is called aura farming. This presence. Now here we got Mike's mom. The only good thing out of Mike's family is his mom and Nancy. His mama was a baddie in the season 1. They kind of messed her hair up and shit in the rest of the season. I wasn't feeling it, but she was a baddie. Bring back the baddie, man. Okay, this is Lucas, and I'm glad to see they kill Max. Max was a good character. She has value, but what she went through, she gotta be fucked up for life. Like, there ain't no being normal after that. You can put your eyeballs in the back of your head. Okay, this is the upside down. See, this is where I think they're gonna spin off, man. Look at this shit. They ain't finna just end it like that. We got rocks and shit floating in there, looking like Dragon Ball Z. Look like somebody to go Super Saiyan up in here. They ain't ending this shit. It's still gonna keep going. They just gonna spin off with them other random kids we didn't know who they was. Okay? I like the relationship between Steve and Dustin. It's a good relationship, but some part of me be feeling like, bro, he got other shit to do. He the man, like he got other shit to do. He be taking care of everybody. Okay, Lucas trying to probably see Vecna probably coming to finish the job. He trying to get the fuck up out of there. I would have left her ass. That's just me. And then here we go, Will, of course. Will getting his soul taken from him again. Looking at like, bro, ain't you learned your lesson? You ain't got nothing. You ain't got no fire on you. I would have kept him. What's it called? A Mazel Tov? I would have lit that thing up as soon as I seen him. He wouldn't even know. Still don't know who the fuck that is. That's what I'm talking about. This the Nancy I'm looking. See, this is the Nancy. Nancy ran out the house, and then when she's like, man, I gotta get my kid. I gotta get my kid. That's my child. That's that look. She about to kill some shit. That's what I'm talking about. And look at this dude. You trying to get goalie now? Now, Will? That's the face you gonna look? You really about that life? Nah, bro. Once again, she about that life. You ain't like your mama, okay? You more like your brother. Weak. Don't be like your mama, man. All right. So while I was editing my other video, some crazy news came out about Millie Bobby filed a harassment and bullying allegation, or harassment and bullying against David Harbour. That shit was crazy. I was like, damn, I got to go back and edit the video. So here's another article about it. It says, here's a resurfaced Millie Bobby Brown comment about David Harbour in light of the bullying allegations. So he was bullying her on set, but then they went ahead and shot the other season. So this was at the end of season 4. She was like, this dude was bullying me. But it sounded like just a couple people that were sick of each other. You know what I mean? That happens, in football for as long as I play football, we do 2-a-days in August, and there's gonna be a fight because people just get sick of each other, man. So this sounds like something like that because season 4 was super long, so I can imagine they were working on it for so long. But who knows? Let's check out this article. If you've been online at all over the last 2 weeks, you know that there's been constant conversation about all things regarding Stranger Things, David Harbour. The fracas, what does that mean? The fracas kicked off when, I guess it means hubbub. Kicked off when David, ex-wife Lily Allen released her latest album, West End Girl, on October 24, which seemingly addressed cheating allegations that surrounded the pair's split earlier this year. The whole situation is messy, and you can read a very comprehensive rundown right here. Let's not do that. But who cares? I mean, he's cheating on his wife. That don't mean he a bully. It just means he's unfaithful. You know what I mean? But damn. Now, when revelations hit the general public like this, typically there's a lot of speculation as far as clues from the past that might have hinted toward gestures toward the resulting mess. All of this, and we've certainly witnessed that quite a bit with regards of the ongoing fallout triggered by West End Girl, this painfully awkward interview exchange being just one example. Now let's switch gears and talk about the ongoing discourse regarding David and Stranger Things co-star Millie Bobby Brown. Over the weekend, rumors emerged that Millie had allegedly filed harassment and bullying claim against David ahead of filming Stranger Things' final season. That was that the claim allegedly included pages and pages of allegations. Damn, well, I mean, that sounds crazy. Like, what could he be saying? Like, what could he do? You know what I mean? He take her lunch money? You know what I mean? Was he pulling her hair? Was he, you know what I mean? I don't know. Was he putting gum in her hair? BuzzFeed has reached out to reps regarding the reports and has yet to hear back. Of course, why would you even reach out? Don't even reach out. You know they ain't going to say shit back. But as time has rolled on with no official confirmation or denial of the reports from any parties allegedly involved, there's now an increased interest in past comments the two have made about each other. Yeah, this is what the fuck they been saying. Let's hear about the shade, the subliminals. One thing to note is that in the past, the two have spoken about each other relatively positively. In 2017, David told GQ he was protective of Millie, but in 2018, he also admitted that he and Millie could get angry at each other while shooting as well. Maybe they're just, what's that shit called? When you're acting all the time. You know what I mean? Where you don't jump out of character. Because in season 2, I think they were just yelling at each other the whole time. So maybe method acting. Maybe they're method acting and they just yelling at each other the whole time. And they're like, oh shit, we got to snap out of it. In 2019, Millie told Entertainment Weekly that David was, in her view, one of the greatest men. I think something I admire about David is he respects girls and women so much, she added. Okay, so where's the bullying coming in? Now let's flash forward to just last year, specifically this MTV interview Millie gave before her wedding to Jake Bon Jovi, which has been making rounds in gossip publications over the last few years. It says, we're not going to watch the video, but it says, if you skip to 11 minutes into the video, you'll see the interviewer joke around Millie about the upcoming nuptials after some rifling around her and Jake having Stranger Things themed wedding. The interviewer suggests that David would officiate the wedding. Uh-oh. Yes, Millie says twice in response, both times showing signs of seeming hesitation before following up. I don't know how I feel, sure. She then suggests that Stranger Things co-star Matt Modine would officiate her wedding instead. Who is that? Who is Matthew Modine? Which, as it turns out, is exactly what happened when the big day arrived. Wow, that's crazy. Let's check out the comments. Let's see. It says, most men don't respect women and girls. I am not a misandrist, but the majority are simply not taught to treat us as equals. Some men absolutely do value women as the same, but sadly they are few and far between. Then there are women who are taught to distrust other women. It's hard to even, who gives a fuck? Like, why is that even, why is that the top comment? She said that he respected her, so where did the bullying come involved? She don't want him to do his wedding, but he's probably clowning. You know, there's some people that you really love. There are people in your life you love, you appreciate, you value. But sometimes, you know, I need about 2-3 hours of that person and I'm good. You know what I mean? You know, I can love you, but not really want to be around you for, you know, all week, all month. You know what I'm saying? And I really think it's just, you know, you see that shit all the time in sports. Once your team is together forever, you know, that whole two a days, a whole month of that, people start fighting. They start swinging. You get sick of each other, man. I'm sick of this dude cracking jokes. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick of running around getting chased by Vecna. David keep talking shit because he's getting all this money from Marvel. Oppression has nothing to do with hatred. You feeling justified in your hatred does not change the fact it's hatred. So it's gendered because women who claim not to be misandrous are okay with trans men who are not male by sex but by gender. I don't know what they talk about. They going in on this lady. Either way, I'm thinking they disagree. Look, man, the show's over. The show's over. So they're going to get it. They're going to put out this final season and they can go their separate ways. We won't find out about the bullying shit until someone get another accusation. You know what I mean? But I would like for her to explain some shit. Explain some shit, man. You done got Drake's career is over. You know what I mean? Like, if she don't say a word, what happened? We want to know what happened. Either way, man, hit like, hit share, hit subscribe. I'm out.
Don't play with my patience, man, they gone with the flow when they tryna fake it. That's not the way I roll, that's not the combination. You start off with the dough before you start the conversation. No one start the salutations, man, don't play with me. I'm coming from a place they would hate to be. I'm going through a phase you would hate to see. They say this life's a trip, ain't no telling where it's taking me. When you on the edge and you make your next move, better be your best. Before you throw it to the depths, better reinvest. Man, I count every moment and count every step, so I know I'm blessed. Now it's